I just wanted to go over and cover how you can use the hashtag symbol in your formulas in Excel. I think a lot of us are aware of the $ and how we can use that for absolute references, but not a lot of us are aware of the hashtag. So the hashtag is something you can use in your formulas that will allow you to utilize functions that use the spill feature. So let me just give you a quick example, but before I jump into that, I would just kindly ask, if you find this content at all helpful, just let me know please with a thumbs up, a comment. If you really feel like subscribing, subscribe as well. Much appreciated. Alright, so to better understand what the hashtag can do for us, let's first quickly go over an example of a function that spills. The most popular one I can think of is a sequence function, right? So these are functions that output the results over neighboring cells, such as the rows and the columns, right? So let's just cover a really basic example of what the sequence function can do, right? So I'm going to just go and I'm going to enter equals sequence, right? And so now the first question is, it's asking me how many rows do I want to spill my data over, right? So in this case here, I'm going to select, I'm going to make it a cell reference. I want it to be 3, right? It's asking me how many columns. I'm going to skip columns. I don't want to spill any results over the columns. My starting value can be 1, right? And by how much do I want to increase that value for every row? I go down. Let's increase it by 1, right? So this should give me 1, 2, 3. I'm going to close out the bracket, hit enter, and so there we go. I have 1, 2, 3. Now let's move on to utilizing the hashtag in a formula, right? So what I want to do is I just want to keep track of my daily savings. So every day I'm going to save $100. On day 1 I should have $100. On day 2, $200. Day 3, $300. Right? So a formula I can write is I can type in equals. I'm going to select my $100. I'm going to make that an absolute reference, right? And I'm going to multiply that by the day that's in my spill range from the sequence function, right? So day 1 I should have $100, day 2 $200, day 3 $300, right? So one thing I could do is I could just drag this formula down and I'll get that result. But what happens if I go to 5 days? Well, I lose the ability to automatically and dynamically update, right? So I could just drag this formula down or drag it back up every time I change the number of days. But what I would rather do is just put the hashtag into the formula, right? So the hashtag is going to go at the end of the cell reference that has the sequence function, right? So in this case here it's D8, so I'm just going to put a hashtag, and now watch what happens when I hit enter. It automatically populates based on the range of my sequence function. So if I change this to 10 days, it's going to dynamically update. If I change it back to 3 days, it's going to dynamically update. So I really like this. I think it's a really clean solution. So I just wanted to quickly go over what the hashtag can do for us in our functions and in our formulas, because I'm actually working on something else right now and I'm using the hashtag. So I just wanted to quickly share that. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks.